All right, Mike, another chilly December weekend. I mean,
Yep.
what's in store for the rest of the week?
It's stormy. Are you ready for like some weather whiplash?
Well, for my last week with News Center Maine, I think it's fitting that it's going to be gray and gloomy.
Yeah, you're right. It is, because that's going to be the mood in the newsroom. Here's our weather headlines for the week. Good snowmaking temps through the weekend, so we won there. And the reason that I think this is important is because, a lot of mountains have just opened, and it's good to get that base started as early as we can. We've got a big warm up on the way tomorrow, likely only rain for most of us. And then the next storm chance comes midweek, and our chances for snow are falling as we get closer and closer to that event. Satellite and radar right now shows increasing clouds. This will be the trend overnight tonight as we start to see our next storm system draw near. Still have high pressure to our south, but that's going to shift east. And then we've got this area of low pressure that's developing off to the west, and a secondary one that's developing off the coast of the Carolinas. And the phasing, I don't think, is going to work out for some big snowstorm in the middle of the week. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let's get through tonight and into the day tomorrow. We've got overcast conditions as early as 9 or 10 o'clock this evening. Some snow at onset as the warm front starts to lift north. It's not going to be much of an accumulation except for in the Allagash. And then I think that tomorrow morning we'll be battling some wintry mix across the foothills until about 9 or 10 o'clock. But the warm air does eventually win out everywhere, with high temperatures forecast to make it into the 50s just about everywhere. There could just be a couple of pockets of colder air that get locked in place across central and western Maine. We've got a front that comes through tomorrow night, and this is where I think we could see some stronger wind gusts, maybe even a rumble of thunder depending on the setup with this. And then on the backside, a quick switch to snow before things clear out for Tuesday. Tuesday is certainly going to be cold and blustery. Tomorrow, the biggest impact, I think, is going to be wind, and I'll show that map in just a second. Wednesday, we talked about the potential for that winter storm, but the phasing, I just don't think it's going to work out quite right for us. So maybe some light snow Wednesday evening into Thursday morning, but doesn't look like we're going to see much in the way of accumulation. So I'm sorry for the snow lovers. There's a lot of people who seem to be disappointed by that on social media. Forecast peak wind gusts tomorrow, about 40 miles an hour mid-coast and down east. This is where we could see a few power outages, about 30 to 40 miles an hour across the mountains. Elsewhere, 20 to 30 miles an hour. It's going to feel cold on Tuesday, though, behind that storm system since it stays so blustery. Wind chill values only making it into the single digits and teens across western Maine. Then here you go for Wednesday. Chance of an inch of snow or more. Probable along the mid-coast and down east, but otherwise it's possible for Bangor, Augusta, Lewiston, and unlikely too far north of that. I just don't think that this storm is going to be all that strong, and I don't think it's going to be that close to the coast, so we don't even see much activity from it at all. Seas tomorrow build 4 to 6 feet in the morning, 6 to 9 in the afternoon. Wind out of the south, 20 to 30 knots. With gusts to 45 knots. Gale watches will be in effect all day tomorrow. Light snow Wednesday with some lingering flurries into Thursday, and then the end of next week just looks like a total mess. We've got this front that's going to be stalled out nearby, a couple areas of low pressure. So Hannah, that's going to be a fun puzzle to solve as we get closer, but I do think that it's probably going to be a lot of coastal rain.
Okay.
And maybe some inland snow depending on the track there, but no big winter weather storms in this forecast.
All right. Well, busy week for you guys in the weather department, but I'm convinced you guys get bored in the summer. You love this stuff.
Oh yeah, this will keep us out of trouble.
All right. Thanks, Mike.